Hello, today is World Astronomy Day, and we all know how important it is to celebrate this day. In order to celebrate celebrate the landmarks that humanity have reached, in order to celebrate the first step of the mankind on the moon, and how far we have come in terms of the space pursuit, in terms of understanding our own worlds through the understanding of these different and distant worlds. Same things are also elaborated in many movies. Now, two of my most favorite movies about space are Interstellar and 2001 Space Odyssey. There's a particular scene in both of these movies. There are character monologues in the movies. Similarly, there are pictorial monologues in these movies, in which they kind of tell us a story through a series of pictures without even uttering a single dialogue. Now, in a callback to that same method of a pictorial monologue, I have written a poem. It starts like this. It is known as a trapped soul. I am shaken to the core as I witness the gore. It was the truth and not just the lore. I was covered in blood and not naked anymore. For a man lost in Dormiveglia, I was washed ashore. I stood perplexed as there was no meaning to my deplore. Somebody please open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door. And I woke up to the horror as I saw in the mirror. I was no more, I was no more. I jumped from a bed to fall in a valley. So I woke up on my bed to see myself trying to wake myself up on the bed. I lay there, still motionless. But can you really hide from yourself? But I closed my eyes in the hope to not be seen. And I became both Mr. Schrodinger and Schrodinger's cat in that moment. I was dreaming with eyes open, and I was awake with eyes closed as I stepped into the quantum universe. I saw the last proton decay from the clouds of creation. I was shaken to the core as I witnessed the truth, and a voice rang inside of me. Get up, Parth. Lift the bow and arrow. Don't shoot your relatives, but shoot into the spaces between the atoms. No one really dies. They just go back to where they have come from. They just become one with me, says Krishna. So, thank you. So this was a callback to that series of pictures. If you would watch Interstellar and 2001 Space Odyssey, that particular visual monologue, I tried to represent the mental state of that character while going through the series of transformations of the space-time around him. And I tried to put it in terms of Arjuna's perspective, when Arjuna actually sees Vishwaroop of Krishna, which he cannot really understand what it is. He cannot really fathom the complete and entire scope of it, and he might just be as perplexed as the characters in Interstellar and 2001 Space Odyssey. So this is my tribute to two of those great space movies that I so like on the World Astronomy Day before I fall asleep today. Have a good night.